What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We are doing the best and worst tattoo TikToks I could find, so let's jump into it. Okay, we got a good one to start things off. So sometimes in tattooing, you see people doing things that you understand, but at the same time, you don't understand. And this is one of them. Okay, you look at the stencil, you don't see anything, you don't think anything's coming, there's nothing special about the tattoo, you kind of think, wow, that's a weird looking stencil. And then you see the tattoo. We get that they're trying to wrap around the vocal cords or the throat area, but does it really look like that? I mean, a little bit, but also not a lot. You see this tattoo from any amount of distance and you just see this weird snake cutting in and out. So yes, we understand it, but no, it does not make a good tattoo. I get it. Let's be real. The quality of this tattoo is not very good. They put 50 million little scales in this tattoo, and all of those are gonna become one black blob for sure. They had to use white just to even get some separation in here. So that was a bad idea also. But what are we doing? That's not gonna work like that. But even if you did make it work, not a very good idea. And just an overall bad snake tattoo. That thing's gonna be a black blob 5 minutes after the tattoo is made. So on to the next. Let's talk about Ink Master a little bit.
So we're just talking about Ink Master.
Stink Master. For months, you're preparing to leave for months. So filming takes several months. I was the South Florida guy, so they put me in fucking tank tops all the time, and it's fucking snowing outside. And I'm in tank tops. I'm from Florida.
Wait, they made you wear the tank tops?
They dress you every day, dude. You think those people choose the clothes that they fucking wear?
Yeah, dude was wearing overalls the whole time.
Yeah, Chris wore overalls the whole season. He's never worn overalls before.
That is goofy. I get why people do Ink Master, right? They get the exposure, they're able to have YouTube careers afterwards, they make a lot of money if they win. I get why people do Ink Master. But man, is it just kind of a little bit of selling out your soul? Come on, let's be real. I got no hate on the people who do it. That's honestly, I get why they do it. I'm telling you, I understand. Tattooing's not always that easy, and $100,000 for winning a stupid show sounds pretty nice. But man, does that sound awful. Having to be gone and film for months at a time, and then them cultivating your look and style, which is gonna carry on with you forever. Long after you're off of that show, you're still gonna be the Florida guy wearing tank tops. It's a bummer. It's pretty shitty. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of Ink Master for one reason. It's because it's so dramatized. It's so dramatized. And I get it, you gotta watch it. It needs to be fun and entertaining. It just makes tattooing seem really cheesy, even though the tattoos are usually pretty good. But yeah, on to the next one. This one just makes me happy on the inside. Jesus. That's a traditional Jesus with cheese instead of the guy's face. There's nothing here. Nothing here but just enjoying a cool, interesting, weird as fuck tattoo. Yeah, I love it. On to the next. Okay, so what the fuck is going on this guy's torso? Man, let's talk about it. Cause obviously it's a very handsome male model guy doing his best sexy face things. But fuck, what is on his goddamn chest? What is it? Do you guys see? Cause I don't. It looks like some script with some what is it? I genuinely have no fucking clue what is on his chest or his stomach or any of it. And I mean hey, that's definitely a style. The style you went for, man, does it look like trash. I don't know why you're covering yourself in tattoos that no one can see. And even on his arms, he doesn't have the worst tattoos. It's this patchwork type of tattooing. It's fine. It's great, whatever. And then his whole torso. I see little figures, I think. It looks like I see some skeletons and skulls. But man, why? This stuff drives me crazy. I just don't know why anyone does this, except for the fact that it's trendy. It kind of looks like old prison tattoos that are done even worse than old prison tattoos. Yeah, such a bummer, dude. I wish guys like this would just pick something else. Even if they went full patchwork on the torso, I'd be that's cool, whatever, that's super popular. That's gonna get a lot of attention on the internet anyways. But then you have this. And I think there's some script in there. I think I see some like, it's just heroin chic. Like this is what junkies looked like 10 years ago. And now it's just the cool tattoo influencers on the internet. Well, shit, yeah. Don't like that one. Have nothing really good to say about it other than like very handsome guy. That's it. On to the next. Okay, Mexicali, right at the border of Mexico and California. So this is what they asked for, this color realism flower portrait-y thing. Obviously, you guys know I'm not gonna like this tattoo at all. I don't think there's anything good about this tattoo. So the one she's asking for, already bad. Let's see what the result was. And that's what you got. Okay, this one I'm gonna be really conflicted on, right? Because I absolutely hate the tattoo she wanted for good reasons, right? None of those colors are gonna last more than a couple years, and when they do fade away, the results are gonna be really mediocre, right? Like light pinks aren't gonna be on you for 20 years. They're just not. So what you're gonna be left with is like a lot of little petal-y stuff and it's gonna be gone. We know this. We all know this. If you followed this channel for more than 4 minutes, you know how much I hate seeing tattoos that don't have outlines. But then the tattoo she got is kind of equally bad for slightly different reasons. Okay, so they put an outline on the tattoo. Good job. Awesome. But then you smash like 4 different tones of purple. Then you put some maroon and some pink, and then you just put some green. Like you just smashed this peony with like colors that don't look good. They look muddy and wonky and definitely shouldn't have been tattooed like this. So what I would have done instead of this, what any good tattooer would have done is give the client exactly what they wanted, like drawn up some peonies and then put a very light black outline around all of it. So when those colors inevitably fade, we have at least the structure of the tattoo. Pretty simple, pretty basic. You all know this. If you follow this channel, like I said, if you follow this channel, you know I'm gonna say that. And then you tattoo the color closer to the first one. You don't just go all willy-nilly and throw color wherever you want and end up with this mishmash of a tattoo. But if you're gonna do this, if you're gonna smash all this dumb color everywhere, the one thing you gotta do is put some black shading in this. You guys could look, the leaves, 0 black. The petals of the flowers, 0 black. And if they would have just put in like a little bit of black everywhere, you'd actually be able to tell the difference between the petals, the leaves, the vines. All of this muddy looking shit would have been a lot easier to see. But people are afraid to put black in their tattoos. Yeah, ugly tattoos. She wanted an ugly tattoo. She got an ugly tattoo. I think she should be a happy client. She got exactly what she wanted. On to the next. I just want to take a moment to thank you guys. We just broke 30,000 subscribers. We're trying to make it to our goal of 50,000. Please like and subscribe to our channel. We appreciate you so much. Let's talk a little bit about tattooers. I got no problem with tattooers complaining about their job. It's a hard job. There's parts about it that suck. There just is. But I always am like, at the end of the day, I don't think anyone should give a shit about when a tattooer complains. Like I'm always like, it's a pretty sweet job. It's better than like a lot of jobs out there. And honestly, if someone went on to social media and started complaining about being a plumber, I'd be like, why are you on social media complaining about being a plumber? Like, don't do that. That's so weird. I double down when it's a tattooer because I'm like, it's a pretty fucking cool job. No one cares that it's a hard job sometimes. And don't go on social media complaining about it. It sounds goofy.
Man, think about how hard it is to be a tattoo artist compared to like a regular, fine artist who does something on canvas or sculpture or something like this. The dudes out here doing murals and shit every 6 months to a year. Like, bro, we tattoo every single day, bro. I did it for 15 years straight, damn near 7 days a week, having to like find inspiration when your personal life's falling apart, having to show.
So we've already got a mouthful of complaints. When it comes to being a tattooer, like, yes, we do have to be on top of our job every single day. Like, this shit is permanent. So like when I walk through this door, I better bring my A game. But everything he just complained about, like having to be, creative 7 days a week or whatever, tattooing 7 days a week, like why would you do that? All these things he's in control of. You don't have to work that hard. Like if you can't, don't. If you're struggling to find your like creative balance once, then shift a little bit, do something differently. You are in control. Unlike most fucking jobs out here, as a tattooer, you are in control of pretty much everything. You get to work when you want, for the most part, not all of us, but for the most part, we get to work when we want. We charge what we want. We do pretty much what we fucking want. So like when I hear people complaining on internet about doing their fucking job as a tattooer, I'm always like, oh, bro, go ahead, do it. By all means, go and complain about being a tattooer. But at the same time, like your fucking audience, the people at home who pay you to fucking do your job, they don't give a shit. Just realistically. Like I'm always like, who are we complaining to? And if you're just complaining for yourself, hey dude, go for it. And if you're just making videos for yourself, hey dude, go for it. But at the same time, bro, there's someone out there listening to you being a fucking plumber where they're not in control of their job. They don't get to work when they want. They fucking miss their family. Their balance is all off and they can't do anything to control it. And they're like, fuck this guy, dude. But let's listen to more.
Up and give your best foot forward when you're just trying to be creative. Now you got to be customer service representative. You got to be a TikTok content creator. It ain't easy. So all I'm saying, yo, if you've had a bad experience in a tattoo studio, if I was rude to you in the past, maybe you went to a shop up the street from you in Tuscaloosa, whatever the case may be, just try to give the tattooers a little bit of grace, because being that creative on demand.
Come on. Come on. You get no grace. No grace from no one, dude. We have cool jobs. This stuff sounds goofy to me. I'm like, dude, yeah, don't be a dick. It's not that hard of a job. And like, yes, our job is progressively changing and we're having to keep up and we're having to do this fucking create content and talk to customers and email back and forth. And sometimes some jabroni complains about some jabroni shit. So it's a super easy job. Like once you've been tattooing, like this homeboy said he'd been tattooing for 15 years. I'm sure he's got it on lockdown. It's a probably pretty chill job. So I don't know. I get where we come from as tattooers complaining, but I don't tolerate it that much. I just find it at the end of the day goofy. And if you guys think it's goofy, then we're on the same page. On to the next. Well, what do you guys think I'm gonna say about this tattoo? Truly, what do you think? I'm gonna guess. You guys know? I'm gonna tell you this is the fucking coolest thing I've ever seen. Super rad. Amazing tattooing. I just wanted to show this to you guys because like, if you guys are like, oh, traditional tattoos, they're so fucking boring. All you get is like ships and flowers and sailor girls. I'd be like, bro, look at this. This is a very interesting way of tattooing all the most basic traditional tattoos super differently, super intricately, and really weird, but flawless. So cool. Like it almost gives you like a sense of Black tribal with traditional tattooing, and it just looks so right. And it's crazy because like for me, when I see so many straight lines and all these different things, I just go, wow, how much time did you take to really get that dialed in? A lot of time. And it is so beautiful, so clean. All the same things I say every time we see a nice tattoo. I've been working on it, guys. I'm trying to work on my vocabulary a little bit. So there's like 4 things I say to every nice tattoo. Oh, it's so nice and clean. Oh, it's flawless. Oh, I love it. I'm working on it, guys. It's hard to say nice things sometimes for me, you know? Sometimes bitching is my love language. That part comes out super easy. Saying how much I like things, not as easy. Just real shit. Okay, if you guys ever wanna fucking have a heart attack, watch this guy, Aaron Norton 2. I think he does this all the time, and that's crazy. Fucking no stencil, no drawing, just straight tattooing. I'd have to imagine that he has a iPad with the lettering already done on it. You know, like he knows exactly where he's gonna put things, or maybe he doesn't, I don't know. At this point, who fucking knows? This guy's a lunatic. I mean all these things in the best kind of way, obviously. Like the tattoo looks super rad, super nice, clean lettering. I just dude, what the fuck? It's stressful. It's so stressful to watch as a tattooer. I mean, congratulations. You are a master of something no one ever fucking wants to do. And it is beautiful. So there ain't a whole lot to learn here, boys and girls. Just that there's people and then there's other people. And those other people are doing fucking crazy shit. Maybe I'm not selling this really well. Maybe I'm not explaining to you. Okay, so if I was to do this, I would start, like, oh, and then I'd have a heart attack. And then I would get another little bit, and then I'd have a heart attack. It's just kind of like when you watch Alex Honnold doing like a free solo. Obviously, he's not gonna die if he fucks up the tattoo. He probably doesn't care that much. But it feels kind of like watching him climb up a mountain with no rope in tattoo version. Like just going all out there. He's got all the exposure. It would be so easy for him to mess up this tattoo. Like it would just be really pretty flawless. Luckily, he's got like a lot of black shading. He probably does like fuck up a little bit here and there, and then he just like goes in and fixes it later. But man, he is so exposed here. Like there are so many ways of messing up this tattoo, and it blows my mind that someone wants to do it like that. Like I draw on a lot of stuff when I tattoo, like with a Sharpie, and I think that that's pretty impressive. Wow. Yeah, it's just hard to explain exactly how gnarly it is, but I think you guys get it. It's crazy. It's fucking insane. And congratulations to Aaron Norton for mastering a skill no one else is gonna master. Yeah, crazy, dude. Good job. Love it. Clean tattoo. Okay, on to the next.
Tattoo convention, you're gonna have to pay to travel. You're gonna have to pay for your hotel. You have to pay for all your meals, drinks, and things you're going to definitely spend while you're on that convention.
Yeah.
And you're going to have to pay for your booth. And then maybe you might have to pay to promote yourself. I forget how much this convention cost or how much it cost.
Last I remember, it was $800 for a booth, but that was going back like 5-6 years ago.
We got a few booths at the Philly convention for the shop, and they were $1,200.
I think that's right now, because I feel I remember for the...
If I'm not mistaken.
For the Empire, I think it was like $1,200 for...
So people always ask, conventions, they're so cool. What conventions do you go to? I don't want to go to any. Just to be honest with you guys, like traveling and to tattoo is cool. Sometimes it's great. It's awesome. I'll do it more in the next few years, especially as this channel grows. We might as well just like go tattoo some jabronis out there. But when you guys ask about conventions, they're just really expensive and they're not really that fun. For me, like as a person who likes tattooing, when I go to the conventions, I feel really suffocated. I am. I don't like them that much. I feel like there's, 80 amazing tattooers, and the best part for me is seeing those tattooers and like watching them tattoo a little bit. And like, you walk around, you introduce yourself, you play that game of like, Mr. I'm a cool guy, but also that's not worth 3 days of my life. I'd much rather go to a tattooer shop and meet them there than meet them at a convention. And back in the day, like conventions used to be really profitable for tattooers. You knew that people who were going to conventions were going to get a lot of tattoos. That's why they were there. They were excited about getting tattooed by people who weren't in their immediate area. But it hasn't been like that since I started tattooing. At least not in my style, in traditional tattooing. For a lot of us who are traddy daddies, conventions are not profitable and they just end up kind of being more of a pain in the ass, especially for me, I have friends who sell tattoo machines and they are still rocking a lot of conventions every year because, it's an easy way of just like getting rid of a huge supply of tattoo machines. But when you're just tattooing at them, it's not that fun. On to the next. Bros, you know what I'm gonna say. Great, whatever, dude. I don't like it. I don't. I get that you made a super cool video out of it, and I get that people are gonna be interested in UV tattoos because like it's something they've never seen before, but man, do I hate it. Especially like, is this a great tattoo? I don't think so. I don't think it's a bad tattoo. I'm not saying like, oh, they fucked up this tattoo. Actually, I will make this statement. There is 100% guarantee that if this tattoo didn't have neon UV tattoo ink in it, this video would not have 17,000 likes. That is a guarantee. That is a Kirk Fagan guarantee. So is it great for promoting some crappy ink? Sure. Is it good to promote like this guy who wants to use UV ink? Yeah. But is it a great tattoo? Meh, it's mid. Do I sound like all the cool kids? Yeah. mid. I don't get down on it. It's so gimmicky, it hurts. Sometimes I think about tattooing like this. If they're not giving to tattooing, they're taking away. And when I see UV inks, I just see like tattooing's losing something. I don't know exactly what it is. I'm not claiming to know what it is, but tattooing is losing something every time some jabroni makes a TikTok about UV inks and like any other gimmicky garbage out there. So yeah. Okay, you guys know, so I've never liked knee tattoos. They're a pain in the ass to tattoo. These are my favorite ones. These are the ones I want everyone to have. And what's funny is the audio pretty much explains exactly why I don't like knee tattoos.
Knee tattoos are a stupid idea. They're never executed well. They always look goofy. They hinge really weird. Pick any other spot for a tattoo.
These look perfect. Do I want these on my knee? No. Do I want you to have these on your knee? No. But it is fun. It is fun and goofy and playful and all the best things in tattooing. The best knee tattoos I've ever seen. Hands down. Easily. On to the next. Okay, he got this at a local shop. If you can't do the job, just shut your doors. Yeah. Yep, that's awful. That's just some awful bad tattooing. Sometimes I can be a little petty. And I'm also very competitive sometimes. I know you don't think that from me. You think, hey, Kirk's just a chill surfer dude. But no, I'm pretty fucking competitive. When I see tattoo shops around me that do bad tattoos and they made the money from that tattoo, I get very angry. Now, it's one thing if the local shops are great. I've worked in areas where like you can throw a baseball and hit 5 different amazing tattoos. I'm not competitive in that case. In that case, I'm like, dude, they're great tattooers. They're amazing. Like, it's all good. When I see their tattoos, I'm just impressed. I don't get this like anger type of thing. But when I do see local tattoo shops around me doing awful tattoos and that tattoo went there instead of to me, I'm always like, man, does it get me riled. When a tattoo gets done at a shop that wasn't done by my people or by me, I'm always like, motherfucker, especially when it's this bad. Very rarely is it the case that it's this bad. This is an extra crappy looking dragon, but I understand the frustration when it comes to tattoos like this. Like, he got this at a local shop. If you can't do the job, shut your doors. Yeah, I feel it, dude. I feel it. And to be fair, I will say, like, if you're learning to become a tattooer and you're not hitting that mark, you're just kind of missing the ball, I feel for you. It's a sucky place to be. But man, I wish more tattooers would just be like, I can't do that. I can't do a dragon wrapping around your arm very well. But when the money is in the shop, it's hard to say no to it. So I get it. I get it from all perspectives. But man, does it suck when a bad tattoo walks in your door and they're like, I got it down the street. And you're like, fucking assholes. Like, what the fuck are they doing, dude? On to the next. You trusted a 19-year-old tattoo artist to start your sleeve. First off, I don't know if this is a common trend happening in TikTok or on Instagram, but I've seen a lot of people being like, I'm 19, I tattoo. No one cares your age, bro. Like, just do good tattoos. But I will say, if you are gonna be on Instagram, smoking a big J on your reel is probably not the best way to get clients. I mean, maybe it's a good way to get your particular clients, but in general, it feels like you are 19. Like, you are a 19-year-old tattooer if you're having to start an Instagram reel with you smoking weed. I'm not gonna talk too much about the quality of the work. I think the quality of the work speaks for itself. I just really wanted to say, don't start your reels smoking weed. And if you are, you better fucking show up with the best goddamn tattoos I've ever fucking seen. Or else you get posted on a video where I go, let the quality of the work speak for itself. Bros, okay, that's it. I appreciate you. I'll see you in a few days.